¿Podemos alcanzar la iluminación en la vida cotidiana o acaso tenemos que encerrarnos en un monasterio para lograrlo? Bueno, pues a través de la obra de Gyalwang Drukpa, uno de los líderes del budismo tibetano, podemos tener la respuesta. Su Santidad Gyalwang Drukpa es la cabeza espiritual de la línea del linaje Drukpa. Este es uno de los linajes más reconocidos, más antiguos del budismo tibetano. Es una línea que tiene 800 años, es una escuela, de hecho, de pensamiento. Y su santidad, de hecho, tiene seguidores no solamente en el Tíbet, sino también en la India, en Bután y yo diría en muchos lugares del mundo. Se encuentra en México como parte de una gira del dragón. De hecho, el nombre Drukpa precisamente nos habla de un linaje de dragón. Your Holiness, thank you very much for being with us. When I started reading your book, Everyday Enlightenment, I was a little afraid at first because I thought that being enlightened was something very, very difficult, that it would take your whole life. And I found something very different. I found someone who takes walks, who meditates, who takes life easy, takes life simple and slow. Tell me about it. Tell me, is it that easy to be enlightened?
To tell you the truth, the enlightenment, to really my understanding, is really the daily life. The daily life needs to be understood in a kind of a way that it can be useful for the development of further development in your day-to-day life. For example, like all the process of your life is meant to be experience, meant to be a lesson. Every minute of your life meant to be a lesson, and every minute of your life meant to be a process of your further development. Like today is a very great kind of a ground that you can work on for the benefit of tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. We live, at least in the Western world, we live lives that are constantly pressed. We live under stress all the time, and you tell us to take life slow. Is that important?
No. I was telling this because for some particular person.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because it is very much meant to be meant for that kind of particular person. But generally speaking, it is not so important the speed of the life. A quick speed, slow speed, it is not important. The speed is the part of your life. This quick speed, it is nicer because it's a developing. It's a busyness. When people ask me, you know, how can you take your busy life? You are so busy. Mm-hmm. Yes, this is a compliment. You know, when people say you are so busy, I like very much to hear that because I want to keep myself busy because that's the life. That's the kind of a way you develop the life into a useful, hopefully it is a useful kind of direction.
Many people in Mexico or in other countries aren't quite sure about what Buddhism really is. Is it a religion? Is it a philosophy? Is it an attitude towards life? What is Buddhism?
It is definitely an attitude towards the life. It is actually, it's in a philosophy if you like, if you want. You can say that too. But it is not really a religion. It is not a religion. Why? Because it is, you know, the Buddhist never talks about the giving your, how do you say, your freedom to somebody else's hand. Mm-hmm. Not even to your teacher, not even to your master, to your so-called guru. You know, we call it guru in our language, which is considered to be a very important person. But you don't want to give your life to him. Your life is within your hand. Whether you like it to be enlightened or not enlightened, it's up to you. So therefore, you know, it is, you know, you know, you wanted to keep the freedom within yourself. So this is the reason why it is just a way of processing your life. That's all. It's not a religion at all.
Tell me about the Drukpa lineage or the Drukpa school. How different it is from the rest of Buddhism, or why is there a specific Drukpa line?
The Drukpa lineage is a branch of a Buddhism. It is a Buddhism, but it's a branch of a Buddhism known as a Drukpa lineage. It is a Drukpa in our language is a dragon lineage. Is a dragon, and it's just the founder of our lineage, which is like 800 years ago, maybe nearly 900 years ago. He found several dragon lying on the place where he wants to build the monastery or build this headquarter. So he thought that it is significant to call his lineage known as a dragon, and also the practitioners also need to be known as a dragon. So therefore my name is called Drukpa, because I am the second, 12, the reincarnation. We believe in the reincarnation. So of course 12 reincarnation of the founder. So it's a Drukpa, Drukpa was there. So the lineage and the practices and everything, and of course the specialized form of practice of the Drukpa lineage is to carry the live to love activities for the others. We have to dedicate our energy to develop the compassion and loving kindness, and not only that, through developing some activities for benefiting others. So through that you will be developed.
How is the leader of this school or any school of Buddhism found? I know that you believe in reincarnation, that you are a reincarnation from previous leaders of the Drukpa lineage, but how are you found? How is someone found when one has to assume this position of leadership that you have?
Since this is a reincarnation, when we were very small, they were doing some sort of ritual practices, and also some meditations and some I don't know, whatever the method that they have to go through, and then they will find the reincarnation in their vision. So this is what and then after that there is a sequences of examinations you have to go through. For example, this poor child, poor kids, that he needs to be examined by lots of different masters and different priests and all these things.
Your Holiness, what is your message to people like the Mexican people? We're very emotional, we're very religious, we're very emotional. What message do you have for Mexicans?
Yes, I always think that the Mexicans are by nature, they're very how do you say, happy.
We are happy.
Yeah.
We're happy people.
Yeah, they are very happy. You are very happy. And also religion, very much religious. And but of course my message is on top of the happiness and then the religious oriented kind of form. Now they have to develop more of understanding of their own life, their own enlightenment, as I mentioned in my book, everyday enlightenment. That is something that we have to develop, because the life is the process of learning, the process of learning, the process of developing towards the better life. And then you have to be the bottom line is that the human being should be good human being. Okay, if you have a label of yourself being a Catholic, okay, please be good Catholic. If you want to be if you are a Mexican,
so you can be a Buddhist and a Catholic at the same time?
No problem. No problem. You can be a Buddhist, good Buddhist, not just a Buddhist, but good Buddhist. You can be a good human being. But overall, what I would say is that there is not much of reason to have a label, because labeling sometimes puts you in a corner.
How can I be a good person? How can I be a good man or a good woman? How do I do it? How do I know that I'm being good? Because usually the evilest people that I know think they're very good. So how do I know that I'm good?
Yes, that's a difficult part, you know, because they're very ignorant. We all, I mean, not they, I shouldn't say they, we all are very ignorant. We have to be careful. That, so of course, now what you have to understand is that, you know, you have to be always, that is the development. I'm talking about from the point of view of development. You always have to respect others. That is something that you have to really be developing from the point of view of practices. You just have to respect. That is the thing. No matter whether you are a believer or not, or you are believing in which religion, that's not an issue. The first issue or first priority is that whether you are respecting others or not.
How do people in Mexico can get closer to your message and to the work that you're doing? Is there an organization in Mexico? Are there books available? I have your book in English. I don't know whether it's available in Spanish. Is there any way that people who are interested can actually get to know your message and the work you've done in order to promote this everyday enlightenment?
Yes, the work, what I always do is like, you know, the environmental care. Like I'm promoting the environmental friendly way of living everywhere throughout the world. And it's been recognized by UN, and I'm quite proud of it. And I have been doing this for maybe nearly 20 years ago. And also, from very small, I have been very much friendly with the environment. And of course the work, but of course, when, you know, yeah, right.
Is there an organization in Mexico?
Yeah, in Mexico we have an organization. We have the Drukpa Mexico, and also some sort of little organizations of Live to Love and all these things. But of course, main thing what we really think is, of course, media, like you guys, have to really be sort of like helping us. And helping us means not only us, but helping Mexican people to understand what is really the importance of the everyday enlightenment. Everyday enlightenment, everyday love, everyday compassion, everyday understanding.
Your Holiness, you've told us a big truth. We Mexicans are happy people. My question to you is, Gyalwang Drukpa a happy man? Are you a happy person?
People always say I'm very happy.
Yes?
Yes. Like, I don't know, like a 99% of people who are sort of like with me and also who sees me, they say that you are very happy.
And do you feel happy?
And, you know, are you happy? They say.
Yeah.
There are many moments that I'm not happy, of course.
I was told by my grandparents that if you're not sad sometimes, you can't be happy.
That's true. Yes, you're quite right. There are many moments that I'm not happy. But most of the time I'm happy. Why? Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Therefore I'm happy. But of course, when there are many moments that I'm not happy, because sometimes the things are not working the way it should be, so I'm not happy. But generally speaking, the happiness is really the practices that I am, putting myself through. For example, that is, you can call it enlightenment. Enlightenment to me is the happiness, the loving kindness, the compassion, the forgivenesses, and everything is enlightenment. Everything. If you know how to look at your life, every corners of your life, that part is enlightenment. Your life is enlightenment.
Your Holiness Gyalwang Drukpa, I do want to thank you for being with us this evening and talking to us about.
Thank you very much for having me here and giving me, you know, the opportunity to sort of share some of my experience and knowledge.
Y gracias a usted, Su Santidad. Y a usted también, gracias, amigo televidente, que hace posible este programa. Esto es todo por hoy, pero no se lo olvide. Nos vemos la próxima.